he will have to depart from you and go find somebody else to live in, because wicked spirits lives in human beings, the bodies.
But when that's happening, it's going to feel like it's me, like the ego death thing. It's going to feel like I'm dying, right?
Absolutely. It's going to feel
that's what I'm scared of, man.
Why are you afraid of that? I understand, but why are you afraid of that? Richard, welcome to the show. Thanks for holding you on the air.
Hey, how you doing, Jesse?
All is well, sir. How are you?
I'm all right. I just had a situation I wanted you to put your 2 cents in.
Okay.
So I know you suggest to men that have kids out of wedlock, if the mother is, being malicious, trying to keep the kids away from them, just to let the kid go.
Right. Because any woman that does that, you're dealing with pure evil. She hate your kids. She hate you. She hate herself. And that evil spirit, those evil spirits in her will destroy you and your children if you, but go ahead.
Well, I agree with you 100% on that, but when I was in that situation, I didn't know about the silent prayer. I didn't know about forgiving your parents. So when I did it, I fought her, got joint custody, and I'm on child support and all that now. So my son's 8 years old. I've been doing it for a while, and what do you suggest to somebody that's already in it, before they found out what you're talking about?
You're already paying child support. You're already, when you say already in it, what do you mean?
I've got a court-ordered visitation schedule. I've been involved in his life since he was born. But the problem I'm having is that my work schedule is it's different than the schedule I have with my kids. So I have to get babysitters or move my work schedule around, and the only people I can get to babysit for me are my parents. And since I forgave them, now they have this bitter taste in their mouth about me because you know what I mean? So
because
it's
you forgave.
Yeah, it's almost like I'm just dealing with a bunch of devils, and I don't really have any other options. You know what I mean?
You have another option.
What's that?
Let it all go.
Well, I'm afraid to do that.
Why?
I don't know how to overcome the fear of doing that.
You overcome the fear by overcoming the thoughts and the feelings. You're being lied to in your imagination by wicked spirits, and you think that is you. You believe them, and then you feel a certain way, and you're being controlled by evil and don't realize it. But
so you're saying I should just stop picking my kid up?
If it's not easy for you to do it.
Well,
you're paying child support, you're dealing with a woman that's evil, your parents don't want to play anymore, why try to force that? If you let it go, then things will start to happen naturally for you.
Well, I may have said it wrong. My parents, they're willing to help me out. It's just I personally don't want to deal with them because of how,
because of what?
Because they're evil.
Yeah. And so you can't, because you're paying child support and all that, you can't afford a babysitter when you have the child with you?
Well, not really. I know I could go get another job, but you know how it is. When you're already on it, if you get another job, they're just going to take more money from you and give it to her.
Yeah, yeah. And so what would happen, since it's not working out for you in that way, if you let go and stop trying to make it happen? What do you think will happen?
If I just stop picking them up when I have to work?
When you can't pick them up because you have to work, and they have made it difficult for you as far as timing, what do you think will happen if you let go and stop doing all that?
I think she'll know I'm working more, and then that she's going to try to get money out of me.
So let's say tomorrow is visitation day for you, and you go get him, but you have to work. You can't do it. You're saying that you'll be making more money and she will want more money?
Yeah, like if she knows that like I'm going to work instead of getting him, she's gonna know I'm working more hours.
How would she know?
Because I've been calling off when I have him most of the times, just so she thinks I'm not working.
But how would she know you'll be working and that you call off? Do you tell her or something?
Well, when I first got the job, I told her I'm working this rotating schedule now, so will you work with me on this schedule? And she acted like she was going to do it at first, but then she, switched it up on me. So she knows I work a rotating schedule, and if I'm always picking him up consistently because my days with him are the same every week, she knows that I'm calling off work when I get him.
And what that mean when you call where she get less money?
Basically, I'm trying to see my kid, but at the same time, I'm trying to not make too much money. So, you know what I mean?
So, are you saying that when you went to court and the court made you pay made you pay child support, which should have never happened, shouldn't have happened, but let's say it says every month you have to pay $2,000, and so let's say if you went to work more, would the court make you pay more?
Yeah, I mean, they wouldn't immediately, but if she caught whiff of it and took me back, they might.
If she took you back to court?
Yeah.
But how would she get wind of it if she doesn't know?
Because of the situation, she would know.
Because every time you have to go pick him up, you have to call off work?
Right. So she knows, like, if I'm consistently getting him every week, she knows I'm not working those days, and she knows I work a rotating schedule. So she knows that I'm calling off work if I'm not canceling with him. But if I start canceling with him, then she knows I'm working.
But how will you know that she would know or think that way? She may be too angry and dumb to think that way.
You could be right.
But what? So you're limited as though it's true.
Well, I just it could be true. You know what I mean? I don't know.
But it's not true.
Right,
it's not happening now, so it's not happening.
Okay. So
I would recommend that you, if you can't pick the child up, don't do it, and don't worry about what may or may not happen because you don't know what is happening. But when things happen, that's when you deal with it. You shouldn't be worried about or thinking about something that is not happening because you don't know what's going to happen.
Well, should I prepare at least? Like if I can get my parents to babysit for me, should I not take them up on that offer? Or?
But I wouldn't do what you want, of course, all right? It's up to you. Don't take my advice just because I'm saying it. But if you don't trust your parents, they don't like you because you apologize to them, then they're going to screw up your child.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like no matter what happens, he's going to get screwed up, it seems like.
Right. Because you made a baby with the wrong woman, or you made a baby with an evil woman, now you're paying the price for it.
Right, so I guess I just need to accept that I'm just screwed and I just got to serve my sentence, basically.
Well, you're not screwed. You were blind when you got with this woman. You didn't see what you were doing, right? You didn't see that was the wrong woman. Now you see it, be glad to see it, and just live your life. And because
right, I get you with that, but what I'm saying I'm still reaping the consequences of something I did 10 years ago.
No,
still
you're not
affecting my life.
You're not reaping the consequences at all. You're just believing lies in your mind and emotions that you're reaping the consequence. The moment you realize that that was wrong to do it that way, it was done. There was no more suffering. But you believe in lies and you believe in evil spirits in your imagination. All thoughts are all lies all the time about anything. So you're judging yourself based on the lies in your imagination.
Well, I'm more concerned about my kid than I am my consequences. I just don't. Even if I should walk away, like that's the solution. That's what God wants, and that's the right thing to do. I don't know if I could just do that.
Why not?
Because I love my kid.
But if you love your kid, you walk away.
Then I guess I don't love my kid. I don't know how
You
to.
don't. The feeling that you have for him is an ego feeling. It makes you feel good to think that you love your kid. That's not helping him at all.
Well, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to handle doing that. Or you know what I mean? I don't even know where to go from there. I'm not disagreeing with you. I just don't know how to do that, because I thought forgiving my parents would make me overcome that. But if that's still there, then I don't know what I'm missing.
It's over except you believe the lies and thoughts about it. You've been trained all your life. Everything should be like this and like that, and you're trying to make that be like that, and that's what's hurting you. But if you let go of the thoughts and the emotion of it, you will be fine. All thoughts are all lies all the time. We've been taught wrong in life. They have
Yeah.
they have enslaved us in life and not made us free. We're in prison. Now it's time for you to come out of prison by letting go of everything you've been taught in that way, all thoughts about it and all feeling, and you will see God will guide you.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm just too scared to do it.
But she's gonna screw him up anyway, whether you pick him up or not.
Yeah, well, you don't think my presence has any positive impact at all?
Well, it definitely made the boy happy to see you, but when you're not around, he still have that missing void for you. And so there's nothing you're gonna be able to do about that, but work on you right now. Let everything go like that and work on you. And as you get right with the Father, then your son will be come back to you. He will send your son back to you in due season.
All right. Well, before I let you go, so the thoughts don't mess with me, because some days I don't work on the days I'm supposed to get him. Do you think I should still get him if it's convenient for me?
Yeah, if it's convenient, you don't have to work. It's convenient. Yeah, go get him.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah.
And that way you would be with him, right? You don't need a babysitter.
Right.
Yeah, if it's convenient for you, go get him. If not, you can't do it.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah. All right, cool.
That
All
makes
right.
sense?
Yeah, I can deal with that.
And when you go to get him, do not argue with her about anything at all.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. I've already overcome that part. I'm just overcoming the being beta with my kid.
Because the fear you have about your son is not of God, that's of evil. In God, there is no fear. The men and women who have returned to the Father have no fear. You only have fear if you have not returned.
So I've basically just made my son more important than God even wants me to.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
See that? I mean, I believe you, man, but that's like a strong lie that I feel like it's gonna be hard for me to unravel that.
It won't be hard if you get away from thinking about it. Because all those thoughts that you're having about it, just telling you that, it's not from God and it's not from you. Those are spirits that made a home in your imagination, and they are giving you those thoughts and feelings. They're not your own, and they're not from God. You're still listening to the devil.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Did you know that you were possessed with evil spirits?
Yeah.
Well, that's
I've
what.
been watching you for a while, man. It's crazy because even if you know it intellectually, he can still trick you.
Absolutely. But if you when he trick you, if you catch it by catching those thoughts and just watch them, eventually he can't trick you anymore. He will have to disappear from you. He can't use you because you have the light shining on the spirit, the evil spirits of the thoughts. It's only
Yeah.
temporary if you just work on yourself.
Yeah, that's what I need to do. I don't know. It's just, yeah. I hear you, man. I just don't even know where to begin to even start.
You began right now by watching thoughts. That's it. Nothing, nowhere. The beginning is right now.
Yeah, it's so simple.
What the?
Right.
Do you clearly see that you're possessed by wicked spirits in the mind, and they make you do and act and think in ways that you don't want to?
Yeah.
Okay,
But I
knowing
guess
that.
I pick and choose which ones I want to believe or something.
Yeah, don't pick and choose any of them, because they're all lies.
Yeah.
If you pick one but not the other, you still believe in lies.
Well, my thing is I thought that all this would go away after I forgave my parents and started doing the silent prayer, but it still happens.
You know why?
Why?
It was a thought, which was a lie.
So even if you forgive your parents and still do the silent prayer, if you believe one thought, it can still get you.
Yes.
So you can be born again, but still get tricked by thoughts.
Yes. Until you see the purpose of born again is when God took the anger from your heart, and now the light of God is shining inside of you, and that light shine on the thoughts, which is thoughts of wicked spirits of the devil, right? And in those thoughts, if you stay with it, you're going to see that all thoughts are all lies all the time, and you will let go by not believing thoughts, and that's when it'll be over. Because the thoughts are not you at all. And before you forgave, you didn't have the power of love, the power of God to defeat the darkness. Now you do, but you got to see that those are wicked spirits that's putting ideas in your mind and all those feelings that come with it, and it's not yours at all. Once you can see that, because you can't change it on your own, now the light of God will destroy the ego nature, which is of the devil.
And okay, this is very interesting. Now, when this is happening, is the false part of me going to hate it?
The false part of you, which is the mind and the feelings, which are the spirits of the devil, will hate it because he would know that he has to disappear, that he doesn't. His time is short with you now. He will have to depart from you and go find somebody else to live in, because wicked spirits lives in human beings, the bodies.
But when that's happening, it's going to feel like it's me, like the ego death thing. It's going to feel like I'm dying, right?
Absolutely. It's going to feel
that's what I'm scared of, man.
Why are you afraid of that? I understand, but why are you afraid of that?
Because that just sounds terrifying. Because I think I'm the part that's going to die. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Because you have identified with that part, and no one never told you growing up that it wasn't you. But you've been calling it you. You've been believing that it's you. And so you have identified with the devil, and it's not you.
Yeah. It's great. It's weird because I've already kind of went through this on other things. It's almost like you got to keep doing it.
Yeah, you do. If you find yourself falling into thoughts and feelings 1,000 times a day, you have to remind yourself, hey, this is not me. Those are not my thoughts. The ones that seem good and the ones that seem bad, they're never you, and they never will be you, and they never have been you.
Now, the stronger you get, does he try harder to keep messing with you?
He try harder when he's dying. When he know that you're looking at him, you can see him. You can see the spirits. He's gonna have a fit. He's gonna tell you, "Where's Jesus now? God is not helping you. You're this and you're that." And then when the devil can't do it on his own, he's gonna go and get some more spirits to work on you. Those spirits are called mental illness. They are called depression. They are called fear. Their name is suicide. They have different names too. And he'll bring them to work on you too. But if you just watch, they have to depart and you'll be free. If you
Yeah,
were
that's
able
like where I'm at now, man.
if you were able to know and just watch those thoughts, knowing that it's not you, you could be free right now at this very moment and never have to be concerned again.
Until I believe another thought.
Right. And that's why you're not supposed to believe thoughts about anything, not about God, not about you, not about anyone else. All thoughts
Yeah.
are all lies all the time.
So basically, that's crazy, man.
I know. It's insane. It
So
is
I'm
crazy.
basically like when I'm in that thought and I think that like my thought like I am the devil. Like
You're the devil of one.
that's crazy because like wow.
You are believing in the devil.
Yeah, that's wild, man. And it's crazy because I've watched you for forever, but like it still blows my mind when I think about it, dude.
I know what you mean. Sometimes I just shake my head. I'm like, wow,
Yeah,
I didn't know I was that blind. What the?
yeah,
As easy as it is, Nick said, as easy as it is, the opposite is true as well. The way out is just as easy. It's just a thought. It really are just thoughts. They are wicked thoughts. You remember how Paul in the Bible said, it wasn't me, those spirits made a home in me? That's exactly what he was talking about.
right.
You
but
are
it's
experiencing
weird.
everything Paul experienced.
Well, you know how you say there is no you?
Right.
So it's like who I think I am isn't even real.
Not at all. Not one iota.
That's the part that I think is terrifying. Is like I'm not even who I think I am.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
You don't know
Yeah.
you at all, but you will when this ego disappear, the real you will rise and live.
That's insane, man.
I know it's insane because it is insanity. It's evil, and evil is insane. Anger is evil, and it's all angry people are insane. They are
That's
worshiping
awesome, man.
the
I
devil
could sit
and
here and
don't
talk
know
to
it.
you about this for all day.
So what now?
I said I could sit here and talk to you about this all day because, like, most people don't even know about this stuff.
I know. That's right. And you do now, and it's the reason you know about it because you want to know the truth. And the truth has found you, you're back with it. And now it's causing you to overcome the lie. It's protecting you from evil. It loves you. It's changing your life, which is the nature of God. But if you stay with it, and yes, sometimes because you're so accustomed to living in the darkness, you think it's you, you're going to find yourself falling in and out for a while. But don't worry. You stay with it and just know it's not me, it's not me, it's not me. And then eventually you won't even have to say it's not me because it won't be there. And there will be nothing to think about it or say about it.
Right. Well, the thoughts they're already messing with me while you're telling me this stuff. Like
Yep.
like what they do to me is like I'm already like listening to you tell me the truth. It's already making me see better. But then it's like, well, what if you believe a thought again? So basically, like you're saying that it's always going to happen. Like you're always going to like fall into thoughts every now and then. It's going to happen less and less often. Like the
Yes.
longer you go.
Yeah, the more you watch them and do nothing about it, it becomes less and less and less because the light is destroying the ego, and all the garbage that you lived in your life is disappearing with the ego because it's the nature of the devil.
Okay.
And so,
I got two like little quick questions for you, and then
okay,
I'll let you go.
all right, but let me just say that you know how when I was telling you this, and the devil was telling you, "Oh, it's not going to work. You're going to do this." And the fact that you could see him saying those things to you, or the wicked spirit, because that's what they are, saying that to you is all you have to do is see it, and
Yeah.
and seeing it, the light will destroy the darkness because the light understand the darkness, but the darkness cannot understand the light. So you just see it, but don't do anything about it because it's spiritual, and our battle is spiritual. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against spirits, right? And now that you have the light in you, it will destroy it. But don't you try to destroy the darkness because you can't.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's what leads me to my other question, man. Because like the world's so messed up now,
Yes.
it's like it's almost impossible to avoid evil people because they're everywhere.
They're all over everywhere.
So it's just like is it pointless to even try to avoid them because like I mean they're everywhere.
When you say avoid them, what do you mean avoid them?
Like with my parents, like you know, like I've heard you say like it's okay to be around evil people, you just don't want to like hang out there too long, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
It's not good to dwell around evil too long. But listen, if you want to go around your parents, go around your parents. If you don't. But if you do, you be you. Don't join a group with them. If you disagree, you disagree. If you agree, you agree. But don't get angry at them if they act the way they act. They can't help it. The same spirit that's driving you right now, your imagination, that's the same spirit that's in them. And they cannot help it, except that they're not seeking the truth, and you are. That's the only difference.
okay. And if I'm working somewhere where they're putting women in positions of authority, should I quit?
No, you should not judge that position working for them, and so that eventually the situation will work out for you naturally, because you're just there to make money, to earn a living, right? Which is natural to
Right.
do in this world. You need a job, but don't resent the devil being there. Don't resent it, and you will see how to deal with it perfectly. And don't believe the devil when he says, you're a man, you should not be working for a woman. You're a man, you should not be listening to a woman. All that is true, but not in this situation. You're just there to make a job. She's not over you. You're just there to do your job.
Yeah, that's what gets you is that the thoughts will use the truth to lie to you.
Yes. It does that with the Christians when they read the Bible thumpers. It uses the
Yeah.
truth to lie to them, and they think it's from God.
Yeah. Right on, man. Well, I appreciate it, man. I definitely will take everything you said into consideration. Hopefully the thoughts won't twist it up in my mind.
Well, just in closing here, I want to encourage you. You got to practice keeping the mind where the body is, wherever your body, because Satan will give you thoughts and cause you to drift away from the present by thinking about the past or the future, which doesn't exist. And that's where danger, that's where hell is. That's where he dwells. And he doesn't want you to be present with God. So even in a conversation, while we're having a conversation, he can tell you, oh, what Jesse's saying is not going to work. It's not true. He's trying to cause you, to give you ideas to make you drift away from the present so you don't hear the truth.
Yeah, he's doing it now.
And now that you see it, that's all you need to do is to see it. And you're going to be surprised if you stay with it, no matter what the ego have to go through. Let the ego go through it. It's like at work, you got a female boss, right? And now you're at work and you've heard that a woman should not be over a man, which is true. But the ego to say, oh, you got a woman over you. You should have a woman. You need to quit. Don't listen to any of that.
Gotcha. Okay.
And Are you doing the silent prayer every morning, every night?
Yes.
Have you been practicing keeping the mind where the body is, catching yourself and coming back?
Yeah.
Well, just relax. You're going to be fine.
All right.
It's a mess, Richard.
Oh, I know. It's more like everything you say is true. It's crazy how true it really is.
Yeah.
It kind of freaks me out a little bit, but I'll be all right.
And the reason you know it's true is that the Spirit of God inside of you, the Holy Spirit, it's revealing the truth to you. That's why you know it's true. You can't intellectually know it's true, because intellectually knowing the truth is not true. But it's just knowledge. But when you let the knowledge go, then understanding it, that's what you're getting, and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, the real you is already fine. You're doing all this well, but this not you is where the trouble is, because you identify with the not you. You're not your ego. You're not the thoughts and the feelings. You never have been. You're not your body. You're not the thoughts, and you're not the feelings, and you never have been, never will be. It has never been you.
Yeah, I agree.
And so in closing, for your son, if you can't go to get him, you just can't go to get him. So don't judge yourself for it. Don't worry, because the thoughts will make you worry. Oh, he's going to be traumatized. He's already traumatized. Oh, you're going to be this. Don't believe the thought. But if it's convenient for you to go, then go and get him.
Okay.
Keep it very simple.
Yeah, for sure, man. I appreciate you sitting here talking to me this long too, man. I didn't mean to hold up your show, but I mean, I guess this is what your main focus is anyway.
Yeah, and plus, hopefully it'll help others who are seeking.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm sure there's a lot of guys in the same kind of situation.
Yeah, and when you go around people, because people are evil. Anyone that has anger is evil. They don't know it, but they know it, but they would never admit it. They would rather say God is with them than to say the devil is with them. When they think God is with them, it's really the devil. Just know that they are evil and they can't help it. Don't take it personal. Don't get mad at them, and you'll be fine, because as Christ did, you got to deal with evil people. You got to be around them. But if you don't judge them, even those that have not those that have not offended you, you still don't judge them either. Have no judgment to the ones who offend you or the ones who don't. You'll be fine, because you got to be in this world. You live in this world. But if you live in the world without judgment, which is perfect love, you'll be fine.
Yeah, you just said something that made me think of something else. Like, the reason that we judge other people is because we think they can help it, because we think we can help it.
Absolutely. That's why what you do to others, you're doing it to yourself. The buck start with you and end with you. And all of your fears and doubts and worries and jealousies and strife and envy is in you. And the other person has nothing to do with it. They have their own junk, just like that. But all your stuff is in you. But now that you overcome the ego, that stuff will not be in you. So whatever's in others will not bother you. The fear is not outside of you, it's inside of you.
Oh, yeah.
What a mess.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I could sit here and talk to you about this for hours, but I don't want to hold up your show.
Okay, I got to run, but call me again, man.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate you.
All right, take care.
You too, buddy.